Join me as I dive deep into my own mind to uncover what's distorting my thinking and see if I can clear the fog. Our thoughts shape our reality, influencing every decision we make and every perception we have. But what if I told you that your thoughts might be lying to you? That's right, our brain can play tricks on us, creating cognitive distortions that affect our daily decision-making and perceptions. Cognitive distortions are like weeds in our garden of thought. They're everywhere, and they can be really hard to spot. In fact, research suggests that we all experience them to some extent, often without even realizing it. For instance, have you ever jumped to conclusions about someone or something based on a single piece of information? Or maybe you've replayed a conversation in your head, assuming the worst-case scenario? These are just a couple of examples of how cognitive distortions can impact our daily lives, leading to poor decision-making and misunderstandings. Think about it. When was the last time you caught yourself thinking in black and white terms, assuming that if one thing is good, then everything else must be bad? Or perhaps you've fallen victim to the confirmation bias, only seeking out information that confirms your existing beliefs and ignoring anything that challenges them. The truth is, these distortions are sneaky, and they can creep into our thinking patterns without us even noticing. We've all been there, making assumptions about someone based on a single interaction, or generalizing an entire group of people based on one bad experience. But the problem is, these distortions can have serious consequences, leading us to make poor decisions, ruin relationships, and even miss out on opportunities. So, it's crucial that we become aware of these patterns and learn to recognize them in our own thinking. All-or-nothing thinking, overgeneralization, and confirmation bias are just a few examples of the many cognitive distortions that can cloud our judgment. For instance, have you ever thought, "I'll never be able to do this," simply because you failed once or twice? That's all-or-nothing thinking in action. Or maybe you've assumed that everyone at a particular workplace is lazy just because one person didn't pull their weight. That's overgeneralization rearing its head. These distortions can be incredibly limiting, causing us to miss out on experiences and opportunities because we're stuck in a rigid way of thinking. One of the most significant breakthroughs I've had in my own life was when I realized that my mind was playing tricks on me. I was stuck in a cycle of negative thinking, assuming the worst-case scenario in every situation. But one day, I caught myself in the act. And that's when everything changed. I began to recognize these distortions, and slowly but surely, I started to challenge them. It wasn't easy, but it was liberating. I started to see things from a different perspective, and it opened up a whole new world of possibilities. That's exactly what I want to encourage you to do. Take a step back, recognize your own cognitive distortions, and challenge them. You might be surprised at how it can change your perspective and open up new doors. Remember, awareness is the first step to change. So take a closer look at your own thinking patterns and see if you can spot any distortions that might be holding you back. To sum it up, cognitive distortions are like filters that alter our perception of reality, leading to poor decision-making and misunderstandings. By recognizing and addressing these distortions, we can gain a clearer understanding of the world around us and make more informed decisions. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you ever caught yourself in a cognitive distortion? And if so, how did you overcome it? Let's continue the conversation. And if you want to learn more about improving your critical thinking skills, be sure to check out my next video. Make the background music inspiring and energetic.